Peace, 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 people. Thank you for coming through. I really appreciate you, Dove Fly, KM, and everybody in the clouds. I want to give homage to Eric Mays. I just found out he passed on the 24th of February. I just found out yesterday. And I wanted to give a little bit of some videos that he did in times past because he was a very potent, powerful advocate for the people of Flint. He was a councilman. He was born September 16, 1958. He was an American auto worker originally, and then turned into a politician. Mays served as a member of the Flint City Council from 2013 until his death in 2024, representing Northwest Flint as the councilor from the city's first ward. There's not a lot of potent, for real, shoot from the hip politicians that are existing these days. They more or less have agendas. They're more or less paid by the powers that be. I don't think that Eric Mays was on that level. I think that he was an authentic man, a real man who stood for a cause for the people of Flint. And I'm sure a lot of people are going to miss him. So I would like to say rest in peace to Eric Mays and condolences to his friends and family. He was a bit controversial. He had, during his tenure, he had several incidences that were where he was suspended and escorted out of the city council meetings. He demanded respect from his colleagues and from the people that dealt with him. Hello to everybody, Tyra and everybody. I want to give homage by showcasing some of his videos so that you guys can more or less understand his energy, his spirit. And then later on, I'm going to talk about Wendy Williams, because it is just a tragedy what is happening with Wendy Williams. I can't understand why no one is stepping in for her family, somebody. It just seems like she is being targeted, and her monies and stuff is not in her control. Her health is fading, and it's just a really sad situation. So I'm going to go through that a little bit later. I would wish that Wendy Williams would have such an advocate as Eric Mays was, but so far not so. But let's look at a clip with Eric Mays where he talked about a $600 million, not enough for the water, I guess, resettlement or some type of settlement. Let's listen to this.
All right, we came out today to talk about the proposed settlement. We see gaps in the proposed settlement. We applaud it. We say it's a great first start. We are looking at getting more money into the category for kids. We want some adults who don't seem to be covered. We want money, and we want to cover them. We see property damage categories with certain smaller percentages, and then we understand that other defendants can settle. For example, the EPA, the engineering firms, and that money can go into those firms. Into those funds. So we're looking to understand the details of the agreement. The media have been sending them to me. They say they're posted. We understand more people can sign up. And so since we've been in this from the beginning, we help recruit lawyers. We brought lawyers in. They've done a fine job. We've hopped over some legal hurdles, but we still believe we're not going to give up our comment time talking to our attorneys and talking in the public through the media what we want this agreement to look like. And this is the first day of a 45-day or so long conversation.
Is $600 million enough?
$600 million is not enough. When you take off the attorney fees, and I don't know if it'll be 33.33%, but that $600 million shrinks down to maybe 300 and something million. And so we have questions. Even if another $600 million came in, would that take the attorney fees up? If it was $1.2 billion, would that take those fees up to $400 million every time the fund jumps up? So we have some questions. We have some concerns. We want attorneys to be paid, but we also want the fund to be up. So I don't care if the attorneys make $600 million themselves, but then I would want the fund to be $1.6 billion. So we're just watching the balance of what will get to the people, what group it'll get to, minus attorney fees.
What does the nation need to know about Flint families in this moment? What we've been through and where we're at today?
The nation needs to know that we're standing strong. We have lost some people. Some people have died. We've got some unknown injuries. We know that lead is regulated, and we know a little about lead, but we did not know, and we still do not know about germs and other bacteria that we experience in the water. But we want them to know that we're here prayerful. We're smiling. We still have our intelligent mind. We're in the middle of litigation. We're sane enough to negotiate and speak up to our attorneys. And we ask everybody around the nation, even though we're an example and other cities have some of the similar problems, we're asking for people to continue to pray for us. We're Flintstone strong. God bless America.
See, that was him in his speech on, trying to work out the fine print for the water settlement. The situation with Flint water is probably still terrible, but people have a lot of lawsuits pending because of that water that's over there. So I just wanted to go through some videos to showcase his energy. Hopefully people won't forget the likes of Eric Mays, because again, it's going to get where he is outspoken in a little bit. He's always been outspoken, which I appreciate. because more or less people treat their jobs very careful. You know, they don't want to risk anything. And so they pretty much stay in the middle of no controversy, no outburst, no anger shown. You know, you keep your emotions to yourself, you hide them and everything like that. He wasn't one of those people that would do such a thing. He thought it was imperative to be real. And I wish that his spirit would jump off on a lot of other people, because it's really needed right now, most of all. I don't see a lot of outspoken people out there on the pavements, in the city council, in the government, stomping for us. I just see a whole lot of yes sirs and ma'ams, pretty much doing whatever to keep their job and to keep their position, so they stay silent. But here is, again, the best of Flint City Council, Eric Mays, Councilman.
And don't pay attention when I'm sitting in this seat. I'm going to figure out a way to get your attention.
By the way, fair use of all videos for educational purposes, for research purposes, for observational purposes. Also for reality checks, real lies and lies denied.
Folk don't pay attention. Because I don't miss meetings, particularly when I'm in the building. And so that was my motivation. And I'm going to send a message. I ain't through with it yet. Folk better listen. I'm not going to be the stepchild on this council, and I'm not going to put up with no mess. My position is this. I'm listening to Griggs, Fields, Worthing, and Miss Galloway. When I appeal to the chair to get somebody from talking to me when I got the flow, I expect that to happen. For 20 years, I don't carry guns. I'm like Martin Luther King when it comes to starting a fight. But I'm going to exercise my First Amendment rights, freedom of speech. And when folks imply of things physical toward me, it's a problem. Cause you ain't tripping me out. I ain't trying to rule you, but these rules of order gonna rule you. Yeah, cool. These rules of order gonna rule you. With the right, you know why? Cause you got a concealed weapon permit. What you getting at? I don't carry guns. What you getting at? Concealed weapon right there. Oh, you trying this? So what I'm gonna do is file a complaint. I want to make a referral to the police department on Mr. Davis for raising.
Some people might think that he was over the top, he was overreactive or over talkative, and in some cases, maybe. But sometimes you have to make a stance on what it is that you are on. And for the most part, he had his mission. And his mission was about protection of the Flint people, trying to get rights for them realized, trying to get their voices heard. And he was just a special type of councilman. I really hope that people would appreciate him and understand what his contribution was. Let's listen to some more.
You think everybody's I'm making a formal complaint, Mr. Raise Your Fist and Gun Man. It's me. I expect the administration, police, and others to handle. But I'm this type of guy. You shoot me in the head. You can kill me. And I'm going to live one way or another based upon my religion and belief. That's how I roll. I don't have to be in a hostile work folks putting their fists up at me. I don't play that. There used to be a clown on In Living Color called Homie. Homie don't play that. So spread that word, and I'll spread it myself. When certain things happen politically in the arena I work in, I dealt with it with Juan Twez Davis. Now I'm dealing with it again. I don't play. I don't back down and I don't play. But if I put my fists up and the fight jump off, I wouldn't care if I put them up at Miss Galloway, Mr. Griggs, or Miss Fields. It seemed to be headlines. I don't play. I don't threaten people physically, and I don't want it happening to me or nobody else. Fool around and don't pay attention when I'm sitting in this seat. I'm going to figure out a way to get your attention, because I'm not going to play ball. I don't have to support nobody but what my mind believes. 100 as a president, I have to be excused.
He definitely was not a man of little words. He definitely had a lot to say, and he felt a lot of different things that was going on. Let me find another video of him on specifics on what happened. Let's see, what is this? Please like the video. Please share the video. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Okay, here he is attacking a member of the press. I don't know what reason for this video. I have never seen this video, but let's see what he had to say.
I'm looking. Demeanor is admissible in a court of law. Monica ran, and she's bang up. I heard. I called the police. You can get on up the chair. They're not gonna dictate when we get elected and to talk and get ignored me in Maurice appeals. Right there is unprecedented. But you want to nod with her. Want to nod. But you ain't hearing and saying to me, I disappear. Come back, try again. But you shaking your head. You ain't looking at the big picture. You're nasty with it. You're nasty with it. Maybe it's a cultural. So he did not have a problem with letting anybody have it. My goodness. I haven't seen these videos before. I want to find one when he's actually on the job or topic at hand with what he was on talking about. I know that many people might not have known that he existed unless you, looked at these types of videos, such as Councilman, gatherings, City Hall gatherings, and things of that nature. If you're not really into that, you might not come across somebody like him. Let's play a clip of his passing first before I find another video, because I didn't want to find a video where he's just ranting without a reason. But let's get to this.
Are both shocked and saddened by the passing of Eric Mays. It came as a surprise to so many people. Mays represented Flint's North End, which many consider the forgotten part of the city. But when you talk to people, Councilman Mays made sure those who lived there were not forgotten.
We lost a fighter for the North End.
He spoke the truth about what's going on down here at the City Hall, and he spoke his mind. He believed in the city of Flint, and we loved him very much.
People who live in Flint say Councilman Eric Mays fought for the people. He was the voice during the water crisis, holding meetings and listening to people. When it was time to fill out the paperwork for the water settlement, Eric Mays helped bring attorneys to explain what people needed to do.
He was a voice for the least of the. And so that was what people admired about him, as far as his fight and his passion and his strength and his courage, and he would never back down. You know, if he believed in something, he was going to fight until the bitter end for those things that he believed in.
Former Mayor Karen Weaver called Mays a friend. They ran against each other for mayor in 2022. Weaver says they often fought for the same issues.
He wasn't a rubber stamp, I'll tell you that. And that was what I appreciated, because you have to think and say, okay, am I looking at this the wrong way? Is there another way to do this? Is there a better way? Should you wait? And so that was the kind of relationship that we had, where we could go back and forth and question and talk and convene and try to figure some things out.
Mays died on Saturday at his home in Flint. His older brother, Sherman Mays, says it was a shock to the whole family.
It was like, wow, that this just happened, and so we're just dealing with it, but, you know, we're survivors too, so we'll be okay.
Sherman says people admired his younger brother and respected him.
That's Eric. What you saw in public is the same as what we saw as a family with him growing up.
Karen Weaver says he fought for the people, and that fight will be hard to come by.
You can get somebody that will fight for the same things, but will they be as noticeable, as strong, as forceful as Councilman Mays? That's a hard act to follow.
He was a voice for the people who didn't feel heard. Many say he represented not just his section of Flint, but the whole city. His absence will be noticed, and his service will be a hard act to follow.
I'm going to miss him.
Yeah,
I'm
gonna miss him too, because the voices such as his is becoming extinct. It's becoming rather no show. And him being a manly man, I think, is also the reason why I appreciated him, because he wasn't shy. I'm trying to see if there was a better. Oh, okay. I have one more video to show of him. This is when he blasted the Flint police chief for apparently lying on him. Let me see. Come on. All these commercials. If you have not yet, please like and share the video. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Oh, this is not a commercial. There's this commercial. Hold on.
An issue with the chief of police making a false accusation against him. Let's go ahead and roll that.
Excellent answer.
You know that man was asking somebody for oral sex. It's been all on the news. And I don't like police chiefs.
Well, I disagree with what you just stated. You didn't
never hear that?
I disagree with what you just stated. You made it sound like a fact, and you don't know that.
You said I made it sound like a fact. I said it was all on the news that they were talking about Booth and all sex. That a lady right there on Channel 12, Miss Dawes, who I think ran it and then put the complaint on the Channel 12 website. And I'm saying you the chief.
I don't care. I don't care who's in here. You asked the question, I answered.
So if you angry because I'm bringing it up?
No, I'm angry.
Okay, then go and talk to the cows. Come on.
I
when
will.
you finish, I'll talk to
You always accuse someone of cover up. The only person that covers up anything is you. You don't even get convicted of covering up anything.
What am I covering up? The mic is yours. Am I covering up a girlfriend? Am I covering up a dope? What am I covering up that you just accused me of publicly? What am I covering up? Go ahead, the mic is yours. See, Chief, you discrediting yourself in front of me. I think you're a liar to say I'm going to cover up. You the police. Tell this public what you accusing me of covering up. Is it dope? Is it girls? Is it, because I can talk about some of what I think you don't want to come out. So go ahead. You said it with a frown on your face. You the big man. Tell this public and council, I'm asking you respectfully, what am I covering up? Or you just said that to try to defame or discredit me? Because I said you knew about the Booth case. Go ahead, don't get quiet now. You was out talking to me. What are you alleging that I'm covering up, Chief?
Mr. Mays, that's your time.
Madam Chair, You say what?
That's your time.
I'll call him back up in the second round.
Now, even though I love how
That's what I'm talking about. You got to be on your P's and Q's when it comes to defending and advocating for yourself. And that was what he was more or less known for. So rest in peace to Eric Mays. I hope that, again, his family and friends have condolences. Rest in peace to him. Now I want to go on to Wendy Williams. I've gotten wind of Wendy Williams, I would say the last few days, and I've been just watching a few clips here and there about how her conditions are, having dementia, having this other disease that I don't fully understand, but I'm going to play in this video about trying to understand what that actually is. Aphasia, something to that effect it's called. Let's go back and revisit. There are some people that feel that Wendy Williams is deserving of whatever happens to her because of how she ran her show, how she unveiled secrets and caught up a lot of different people in uncompromising positions with her stories. And so I do feel the sentiments of some that say such a thought, but I don't share it, but I've heard it. And I get the sentiment of it in the comment sections. I think Minister Jap did a live pretty much saying that she earned it type of title. And, you know, I don't think that her not being able to have access to her money is a proper payment for what is going on with her. I think it's kind of extreme with how they're treating her. And we're seeing Black people being treated any kind of way. If this was a white person or another type of person, I don't think that people would be having to the access to do what they're doing to Wendy Williams. So I'll just say that in fairness. But let's look at some of the things in which we're finding Wendy Williams going through. Okay, there is, first off, Cat Williams is talking about her. I want to play that video. I hope that she'll survive to be able to get her money in order, her situation together.
We're not willing to do the things they're willing to do. Therefore,
the outspoken American comedian Cat Williams isn't going to back down anytime soon until he gets justice for everyone in the industry. He's revealing all the insights about the celebrities who have been crushed by the strength of the elites and even exploited to get work in the industry. Cat's interview with Shannon Sharp on the podcast club Shay Shay became a big deal when he came out to expose all the injustices happening in Hollywood.
You can't buy me, not because I'm not for sale. You can't buy me because I'm not.
However, this time Cat has spoken about the famous and generous host Wendy Williams, who has built her name in the American industry. Now, he has allegedly exposed the people who have been after her to destroy her career and torture her.
You try to be smarter. I got my book. I don't reveal everything for free.
In the 1980s, Wendy started radio and quickly became known for her bold and outspoken style. She didn't just report the news, she became the news herself. Over the years, Wendy's career evolved from being a controversial radio host to a popular daytime talk show host. Along the way, she's had plenty of clashes with famous people, especially in the Black community. Surprisingly, these arguments helped boost her fame. Wendy's approach, which mixes honesty with drama, has made her both admired and criticized. But in showbiz, making enemies is par for the course. However, Wendy Williams' case got a bit extreme when some of the celebrities allegedly tried to destroy her career and force her out of the industry. Cat Williams has a history of revealing threats to other celebrities on several occasions. One person he allegedly highlighted is Clive Davis, who has exploited celebrities for his own benefit. Hollywood is full of this kind of people trying to pull people back in order to remain in power. Clive Davis has faced speculation for allegedly mistreating celebrities. Whitney Houston, renowned for her incredible voice and immense success, sold over 170 million albums globally and won 6 Grammy Awards. Reports indicate that despite her remarkable achievements, she led a double life, partly influenced by her manager, Clive Davis. In 1985, Clive Davis, a music executive, found a talented singer from New Jersey and helped turn her into a pop sensation for Arista Records, according to People. An insider revealed Houston had to do what Clive said, wear what he said to, sing what he wanted her to sing, and act like a goody two-shoes when she was really a down and dirty girl from Jersey. Whitney definitely resented that. The source continued. Clive made her into a mainstream pop star and allowed all of her wildest dreams to come true. But being this massive pop star came at a price. She had to act a certain way in front of the cameras for the label. That wasn't the real Whitney. As a result of this, Houston reportedly turned to drugs as a way to cope with her struggles. According to the source, she was in pain from all the pressure she was facing and the pain from living almost a double life. But that's not all. There have been speculations that Quincy Jones may have used his influence in the entertainment industry to his advantage. Some fans believe that Quincy has favored certain young artists, like Ludacris, potentially exploiting them for his own satisfaction. In the entertainment world, there are often hidden truths and unwritten rules, and many suspect that Jones might have manipulated situations due to his influential position. This has left many people in the industry and beyond surprised. One particularly sensational rumor about Quincy Jones is that he was involved in rituals with other artists to help them succeed. A conspiracy theorist named Professor Griff has openly accused Quincy of being part of various scandals in Hollywood.
Warner Brothers and arrested him. He set up strings and
Wow, so far I don't see what this has to do with Wendy Williams, but these are the types of people that are in power that can influence all the other stars, celebrities below, and, treat them like puppets. All that power that you have over people wanting to be named or find their voice in the industry. I can imagine what Clive Davis was doing to Whitney Houston and others. I can imagine what all these other types that are whoremongers or undercover down low, what they're about too. Again, Wendy Williams, she was rubbing elbows with these types of people though. She was exposing these types of people as well. So is she deserving of what has happened to her? Should she have to pay the piper for exposing different people throughout her career? Is that why she has to be taken down?
Other music moguls like Tupac have also claimed that Quincy engaged in shady dealings in Hollywood. According to Tupac, any celebrity who found success in the music industry owed it to Quincy Jones. This rumor left many people wondering about its validity, but the answer seemed clear. Quincy Jones was known for hosting extravagant parties attended by numerous industry insiders, where people seemed to rise to fame overnight. Fans quickly connected the dots and realized what might be happening behind the scenes in the industry. Tupac had previously expressed his frustration with Quincy and his questionable actions. In an earlier interview, Tupac openly criticized many of his associates and didn't hold back on making bold remarks about them.
Jail for a crime I didn't commit, while any other black person, whoever they was, babies.
Since many people, including Kat, have talked about exploitation in Hollywood, another person who remains in everyone's talk and part of the discussion is the R&B rapper P. Diddy. Many women have filed lawsuits against Diddy, including his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura, purportedly claiming that Diddy has mishandled them and taken their advantage. With all these allegations coming to the surface, fans are clamoring for Wendy Williams to make a comeback, especially after Sean Diddy Combs faced several lawsuits. Throughout her career in media, Wendy tried to warn people about Combs, even though her ongoing feud with the music mogul might have hurt her career at times. Williams and Combs have a history filled with conflict and tension. It's rumored that Wendy suffered a lot because of Diddy during her career. It all started in 1994 when Wendy Williams started her job at Hot 97 radio station in New York City. This was around the same time when Sean Diddy Combs had launched the Bad Boy record label. Bad Boy quickly rose to fame, signing artists like the Notorious Big, Lil' Kim, Ma Dollar E, Faith Evans, and Total, who were dominating the airwaves with their music. Hot 97 and Bad Boy came up around the same time. Former Bad Boy president Kurt Burrows explained in a 2022 interview with the Art of Dialogue podcast. We provided records that helped Hot 97's rotation. In a 2009 episode of the Wendy Williams Experience radio show, Wendy Williams shared a story about Sean Diddy Combs allegedly telling members of Total, an all-female R&B trio signed to Bad Boy, to confront her during her time at Hot 97. Williams said, "I got off the air one day. The Total B were downstairs, and everybody upstairs at the radio station was looking down, egging it on, waiting for something to go down." In the 2022 interview, Burroughs delved into the intense rivalry between Bad Boy and Death Row Records during the 1990s, and he discussed Wendy Williams' role in it. He alleged that Sean Diddy Combs' young son and the child's mother, Misa Hilton, were reportedly paid to pose for a photo with Suge Knight, Combs' rival. It got back to the East that Misa was there in the office and that Suge was meeting Justin Combs and possibly holding him in his arms, and that there was a photographer taking a picture. Burroughs said, "That wasn't the picture we needed to see on our end or that we wanted the world to see at all."
That picture was not exposed to the masses and was not delivered through Wendy Williams. And all of that fricka-fracas, if you look back, history will tell you that she was let go from Hot 97 over that.
Williams somehow caught wind of the photo and teased on her radio show that she had some major news to share. This put pressure on the Bad Boy team, who had to step in to stop the photo from circulating publicly. However, the picture got so viral that even Tupac tweeted the picture and wrote, "Diddy's baby mother Misa Hilton leaks a photo of Suge Knight playing with Diddy's son Justin Combs. The photo was taken during the East versus West Coast beef." Later on, Wendy Williams speculated that Sean Diddy Combs might have been involved in sexual activities with other men. She even claimed to have received a photo of a man supposedly pulling Combs' shorts down while he was on vacation in Cancun. According to Combs' former bodyguard Gene Deal, in a 2022 interview with The Art of Dialogue, Combs allegedly got Williams fired from her job at Hot 97 before she could discuss the photo on air. Gene said, "The power Combs had with the radio stations in New York, MF didn't breathe hard if Combs didn't want them to." Combs got one of the hottest DJs off Hot 97 because she wanted to put up a picture of him getting his pants pulled down. However, Combs told Hot 97 that if they didn't
call your doorbell camera company and cancel the subscription. This brand new subscription-free...
However, Combs told Hot 97 that if they didn't fire Wendy Williams before he returned to New York, they wouldn't receive any music from his friends or executives from record labels who were friendly with him. He threatened to have everyone boycott their station. "We was out in LA for about 3 days," Deal added. "Before we landed back in New York, Wendy Williams was in the radio station in Philly. It was over for her. She was fired." However, for many fans, it seems that Wendy Williams has been shedding light on important issues regarding Diddy from the beginning.
So that was the beef with her and Diddy, and she's not able to respond. Oh, wow. Here is Steve Wilkos on Wendy Williams real quick. I'm just trying to have y'all understand what is going on with Whitney and why people are gunning for her to not be in a good light, why a lot of people don't feel like she should be felt sorry for, with her leaking so-called secrets for the most part and keeping up controversies going all the time. So, but I don't celebrate that though.
8/11, everybody, and talk show queen Wendy Williams went from talking about hot topics to becoming the hot topic herself following this weekend's Lifetime docuseries, which painted a disturbing picture of the former host.
Yeah, fans have taken to social media to express their concern about Wendy's mental state, and now some of her celebrity friends are fighting to protect her legacy.
It's one of the saddest things I ever seen. That Wendy Williams that everybody loves, her TV show was #1 for like 14 years in a row. It's in there somewhere, right? But what's sad is how somebody could make you look like you're unfit or you don't have the mentality, almost like Britney Spears, where they take your empire.
So Fat Joe filled in as a guest host while Wendy was undergoing treatment in 2021. This morning, we're joined by another guest host who frequented the Wendy Williams show, Steve Wilkos, who also has a lot to say about what he saw over the weekend. So, Steve, good to see you. Thanks for taking the time this morning.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So, Steve, you're not only a fan, but a friend of Wendy Williams, right? We saw the documentary. It is disturbing, to say the least, and some of the things that were put into the documentary. When was the last time you actually spoke to Wendy herself? And do you have any indication that things were as bad as they were portrayed in the documentary?
Well, first of all, I had a lot of contact with Wendy over the years. We're about the same age. She invited me to her birthday party and things like that. So we had a nice personal relationship off camera too. And the last time I was on her show, I was a guest and we were sitting on the couch. And I remember her talking to me, and she wasn't the typical Wendy Williams. She was missing a beat. She seemed a little forgetful. And this is probably about 4 or 5 years ago, and I thought something was off then. And now to watch this documentary, whoever greenlit this thing, really, I don't know for what reason, because I think about the time when I was at my lowest and struggling with things, and I can't imagine a camera crew following me around, filming me at my lowest depths of my life, and that's what we're doing with Wendy. It doesn't put her in a good light. She's obviously got some mental issues going on, some medical problems, some addiction problems, and to show her interacting with people while she's undergoing these things, which is not the typical Wendy, not the Wendy that most of us all know and love. I just think this a terrible disservice to Wendy.
Yeah, I mean, they showed video when you knew that she didn't think that they were going to air some of that stuff. So do you feel like the producers basically exploited her?
Of course. I mean, they're filming her sleeping. I mean, what is looking like she's passed out or whatever. Listen, Wendy's she is a big star, and she obviously has people that drivers and assistants and all these people. Well, I think it's, in my opinion, in their benefit that she does things like this, because I got to imagine not working for a few years, having all these people around. That's a huge financial strain. So there's people that probably have motivation for her to do things like this. But when that's not the Wendy you see on the show. And I hear people saying, "Oh, it's karma because what she did on her show." It's a job, man, just like entertainment. Yeah. And, people criticize me the way sometimes I yell at my guests or whatever. I'm like, it's a show and it's entertainment. And when I go home, that's not who I am. And, a large part of Wendy is if you ever talk to her away from her show, even on the show, she's a lovely person. Yeah, she criticizes whatever. But she's not being mean or trying to be hurtful. And this is very mean and hurtful to her. Just to see, and then to show all her medical problems, like they're showing her feet and everything, and I say, what is the purpose of that?
Right. And the feet, her without her wigs that she loved so much, right? She talked about those wigs on her show oftentimes. She's under the care, Steve, of this legal guardian, right? And her family wants to regain control. What you say she needs to be protected. So what do you think she would want in this situation?
Well, I think Wendy likes being in control herself, but obviously I do think that there should be some control. Now, I don't know what's going on. Obviously, this did go before a judge, and he ruled that he thought that somebody who, I think in her family, was taking money out of her account. Wells Fargo's put a stop to it. So I think there's a lot of things in there that we don't know, and there was a decision made to give her a legal guardian. But I think that if Wendy could, not drink for a while, and obviously on the show it says she's been in a facility, I would hope that she gets back to a point where she can take control of her own life again. But I certainly would think that her sister would at the very least be qualified to be her guardian, or her brother. When just watching the show, they seem like really nice people that really love their sister. So I would hope that one of those two would be able to be her legal guardian.
Yeah, if you had a chance to talk to her right now, what would you say?
I would love to talk to Wendy right now. I reached out, about a year ago because I haven't heard from her. You just can't get a hold of her, which,
Wow, it's a crazy, crazy topic when it comes to how celebrities fall and how people just prey on them when they are on their down low. When they're on their downtime, when they're not able to do what they're supposed to do because they're unable to do. She's not able to do for herself right now. And the reasons for that, I wanted to go over her conditions because I just found out she had dementia. I didn't know I don't know how long that's been diagnosed, but also she has something called aphasia, something like that. But she has a guardian. I don't know if that's been provided by the state or if she picked out guardian who has a power of attorney over her things. If not, if her family can get it for her. But I just think that right now people are looking at her money and she's kind of like trapped right now. It's just a terrible place to be. But let's look at what's going on with her.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us. Wendy Williams always said she wanted to come back to daytime television, but she has an even bigger challenge than anyone would have imagined. We're learning that the former talk show host has been diagnosed with a form of dementia. Stephen Fabian has details.
Heartbreaking news. Wendy Williams is suffering from dementia and aphasia, the same disorder that has stricken actor Bruce Willis. In a press release issued today under Wendy's name, her care team reveals after undergoing a battery of medical tests, Wendy was officially diagnosed with primary progressive aphasia and frontotemporal dementia. It says aphasia is impacting Wendy's language and communication abilities, and it calls her dementia a progressive disorder, impacting behavior and cognitive functions. The news broke just moments before The View came to an end today.
We wanted to update you on some news that has just broke concerning Wendy Williams. Wendy and her care team just released a statement that she's been diagnosed with primary progressive aphasia and frontotemporal dementia. Our hearts go straight out to her.
Wendy's care team says the diagnosis came after the legendary talk show host underwent a battery of tests here at Weill Cornell Medicine in New York City. That information was released as speculation mounted about her whereabouts. Now, right now, she's in an undisclosed facility known only to her court-appointed guardian. Even her own family says they have no idea where she is. Wendy's niece, Alex Finney, appeared on The View promoting the upcoming Lifetime documentary, Where is Wendy Williams?
Her ultimate decision was that everybody's telling my story.
Do you feel sorry for TJ Rodriguez? Do you feel like she's deserving of what has happened to her so far? Because I really don't think so. I think that how she's being treated right now is just, it's like the last thing that you would imagine to happen to her. Someone that has been well-spoken, outspoken, now not able to speak, now has memory lapses, now is not in control of her money, her life, and also an alcoholic, probably still does drugs, allegedly, I don't know. But man, my heart reaches out to her too. You said she's been treated wrongfully. Yes, she has. She has. You said, yeah, that's your dog, Wendy Williams, her care team working for the devil, taking that lady's money. Oh yeah, they are. You've been up on her news, I see. Yeah, I just found out about this a couple of days ago or so. And I just thought that I would bring it out as far as what can she expect to moving forward and what can we witness moving forward. I don't think she's deserving of what is going on with her, though. But, you know, like I said, Minister Japp, he had a 4-hour live pretty much saying the rise and fall of Wendy Williams, karma is a bitch named Wendy. I want to play a little bit of that before I go, but you can tell his sentiment, like most of these manosphere types, they don't care about nothing when it comes to women. And sure, she made people's lives, like, you know, because of their secrets that were revealed to her, a living hell. But this is the type of entertainment that's been going around. She's not the only one that's been doing that kind of thing. I think she's the most famous that would do it. But yeah, you said, how you doing? I don't understand how to say your name. Sorry about that.
You have got to lose your, like, fat bitches with big old titties can get away with murder because their titties stick out further than their stomach. You know what I'm saying? But not you, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Not you, Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall looking ass bitches. You Kirby from Nintendo 64 body looking ass bitches. You know what I'm saying? You Easter egg hunt body having ass.
So this is what we get. We get this type of guy who is very immature. He doesn't look as great as he calls himself looking. I don't understand it. But he is always got words to say about women. And he's dumping on Wendy Williams in a little bit. But of course, dumping on women overall. Like, this is all we can expect from these types of men. They don't have anything else better to say other than dumping on women. I want him to get to the part where he's going to talk about Wendy Williams, but this is a 4-hour stream, so I might have to fast forward it a little bit if he doesn't get there in a second or two.
Bitches, you grimace from motherfucking McDonald's body having ass bitch. You cannot come out. Dr. Robotic body having ass bitch. You can't do this. Salute to my brother Mike, man, coming through with the $50 holler, man. We got our second sponsor of the day. You know, we had 2 more sponsors. I'm throwing this robe on. Man, let me tell you, man, I want to run this by y'all niggas, but I really want to do late night shows.
Let me fast forward this mess. Let's see. He tripping. He straight up tripping. Hold up.
Right, man. You need to get yourself right with God. Let God work. Let God work. Let God work. Let him work.
Contest, we do it every year. It's always a lot of fun. Let's get started. Our first caress.
Don't get mad at me. I don't give a fuck. She don't give a fuck about nobody. She treat everybody like shit. Now, at her lowest, she treats everybody like shit.
You would think that she did something personal to him. My God, what is going on? Oh boy, when people fall, people come out of the woodwork showing their asses off, don't they? It's not good to make fun of people's predicaments. Really, it's not. I don't think God smiles down on you for that. He should take heed over others that have done that kind of stuff before. It's just very, very, it's not a blissful thing to do.
For you, she get the tea on you. You think she's gonna have a compassion? Think she's gonna have some compassion? People probably willing to blow their brains out because of the shit that she done been spreading.
Costume contest, we do it every year. It's always a lot of fun. Let's get started. Our first caress.
Won't he do it? And she come right back on good bullshit.
That was not a stunt. I'm overheated in my costume.
And I'm gonna address you niggas, man. When I be seeing you niggas, man, supporting these bitches online, you mean to tell me when you niggas will go to a Wendy Williams show? Because I'm listening to this crowd yelling. And I'm just like, that's how y'all niggas be yelling when y'all be on the Just Curly Things videos in the comments. Y'all sound like this, nigga. This how y'all sound.
That was not a stunt. I'm overheated in my... That was not...
Y'all sound like a bitchified studio audience. Ain't one man in this audience. Y'all some bitch ass.
That
was not a stunt. I'm overheated in my costume.
That was cocaine, my nigga. Wendy Williams always been known to pass out over cocaine, even when she was working in the motherfucking radio, man.
When I did pass out, but you know what? I'm a champ, and I'm back.
Okay, she's biting, nigga. She's biting. Okay. Yeah, man. See, it's been a lot. It's been creeping on the come up, man. It's been creeping on the come up. You know, it's been creeping on the motherfucking come up, man. Her ass better get the fuck out of here. Dementia and all this shit, man. Man, there's not gonna be a lot of black men that's gonna be like, man, you know, it's best up. No, man. Her goal was to destroy black men. Some of y'all women with collateral damage or just like extra punching bags for her to go. Her goal was the black men. You know? But she would terrorize y'all black women too, though. Never white women, never white men, just y'all niggas.
You went to a wellness center in California, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about that. What was that like?
A wellness center.
I think she also has thyroid issues too from the looks of her eyes. Man, I feel for her. I don't know. I just I don't think that this is a laughable or jokeable, mockable moment though. Come on. Oh Lord.
And why did you go to a wellness center?
I don't know.
Look at them eyeballs, man. Look at them eyeballs, bro. She's the devil.
To a wellness center in California, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about that. What was that like?
I can't even do that. How the fuck do you do that?
A wellness center.
And why did you go to a wellness center?
Fam, she looks like a breathing corpse.
I don't know. Will took me there.
Why do you think we took you there?
I don't know.
So you thought we just had nothing else for you to do?
Correct.
Why is he so feminine? You think he just had nothing else for you to do?
Will, why did you take
I think honestly Wendy needed some rest. Wendy was going through a lot.
How you a big ass pussy? Big old pussy.
I can rest right here.
Well,
she do look like the sawtooth dog. I want to play a game. Wendy, for the last 2 decades, you have tormented black men.
I hope I'm able.
Their reputation. You have destroyed their livelihood.
I hope I'm able to showcase Lifetime without them copy striking me. But I wanted to show a little bit about, Wendy Williams and her situation and what she's going through instead of the mock show. I mean, we can go back to that, but it's just a shame how men will celebrate the downfall of women. And he's having a good time, but those types of things can come back and bite you, though. I bet you he better recognize. He better recognize.
So today we have Daniel's Leathers. He's going to be bringing you some beautiful coats for you to look at to see what you're going to wear tonight. And you're going to look amazing as usual. I'm going to go get Daniel right now.
And we're going at 5, what time? 6 tonight?
I've heard 3 and 5.
Okay.
Those are the 2 numbers I've heard.
Okay.
Which one is actually true? I would have to double check again.
Well, I want to be in between. I don't want to be the first person to get there and the last person to leave. I want to be in between.
I think you're gonna like it.
What's interesting to me is that this is what she is clinging on to, still having going out, being seen. That was weird, y'all. My phone did a number on me. My phone is wigging out. I don't know if it's overheating or what. But what I was trying to show is what she is going through daily and what her priorities seem to be on Lifetime. And that is to appear to be better off than what she is. She's like acting right now.
Okay. Yes. Yes and yes. Yes. Wendy Daniel, nice meeting you.
Hi.
What?
Have you ever heard of lymphedema?
No. Lymphedema.
No, that's not what it's called. Look,
Oh, wow.
I should be in a wheelchair, but I refuse.
But instead you're walking in fur. But you are brave.
Yep, I've had that for 7 years.
No cure.
Nope.
And they are doing research on it? Are they working on
There's
it?
no cure for it.
So absolutely.
Nope.
So you are one brave girl.
Thank you. I'm 58. How old are you?
I am 61.
Hmm.
Show the print code, Daniel. Yeah, I
Okay.
designed some beautiful coats for you.
Okay, show me. I like 3 of them.
Which one you want to see? The pink one? White, pink.
Pink is my favorite.
Okay. Let's see.
Again, I don't know if this is deliberate to make it seem like she's doing a lot better than what she is for the sake of trying to save face. But, you know, she's not doing good right now at all. And, man, I'm going to pray for her. I'm going to pray for her and hope that something stabilizes her to bring her back to a place to where she'll have more control over what is going on with her versus just being out of chaos and everybody else having their hand in her business. It's all fake, huh? You think so? You can't even understand that you live a lie. Is that right, Max Payne? You live a lie? Yes, you reap what you sow. You definitely do that. I think my phone is overheating, so what I want to do is let it cool down. I did have another live that I was intending to do anyways, so I guess I'm going to go ahead and come back once the phone cools down. Then I'll come up with my other live. But thank you guys for showing up. Please like and share the video. Please subscribe to my channel. And I really hope the best for Wendy Williams. I don't think that anyone is deserving of that situation to be happening to her. Rest in peace to Eric Mays as well. Again, I think that his energy is going to be very much missed because he had a strong stance on everything that he did. And I think that a lot of that is now lacking in our community. So hopefully that energy will be kept alive somehow. And we can try to more or less mimic some of that, not outright like him, but maybe within us, a fire within us to bring about something better than what we're doing. I don't really know any leaders that are respectable right now. I don't think there's too many people that will pass moving forward. That's going to be an moment for me as far as politicians are concerned. So yeah, we're in a tight spot right now, all around. Thank you. Have a nice day, and I'll be back as soon as my phone cools down. Bless up.